Second game of TES versus BLG. They got smashed. I need to know, how did they win this? Because for one, if you're looking at the comps, it's Bin Jax, right? Bin Jax. Okay, doesn't sound fun. Jax is a good pick into Zaya. He can definitely play into pretty much the entire team. Like, he has a very good champ into these. Kaisa Blitz is fine. It's not bad, it's fine. But the Maokai will do a lot of work. It's a pretty killer Silas game. I'm curious if Cream actually ends up just blasting these guys, because he definitely is in a position to do so. And I will say that despite Jax is a good pick into Zaya, Zaya as herself into these champions can also be rather good. So right now, how I'm viewing this is that these two are going to be your main carries, your core carries, right? The core of this team. And if they pop off, they probably would. For them, I mean, it's Jax. Is it Yone? I don't think Yone actually has to pop off to actually do a lot, but I think he has to do a lot himself. And then naturally, you know, if you're playing Blitzcrank, you probably are going to need to be doing something. Like, if Blitz is doing nothing, he's probably not very helpful. So top and support, mid and AD. Should they lane swap? Honestly, probably. These guys, BLG probably should lane swap.
I personally love seeing BLG win this one. There's so much to play. You do see that TES will have some ability to play the game. Obviously, the Silas can take the O'Neal. You even take the Blitz for massive AoE damage. But I think it's tougher to play as the game goes late. They're going to have some extra value as well. I'm going to need to see the solo lane really shake this up. Jackie Love even finding some advantages. I think if you're going to play into a Kaisa able to trade bottom lane, you do have some options to go for 2v2 trade, especially with the Cyber.
You start off with level 1 with on the Blitzcrank, doing the size, exert pressure, make sure level 1 that nobody is around that top side jungle. They know this here from Jack Level. We'll see what the lane swap situation does end up looking like. All top people right now currently around the bottom side. He can immediately steal his blue up. That's a really nice place for there for BLG. That's going to potentially spot Jack Level. They immediately know that is happening.
And so they are. They are lane swapping. The Jace is sitting around mid, which I don't mind. He can definitely add a lot towards zoning. Ben eats a bunch of damage from the jungler, and it doesn't look like he really got anything. Yeah, he's not level 2 yet. They kind of just take that guy out. If he hits level 2, he'll be fine.
More ways being denied, but look what's happening on the side. All four of these members from TES splitting a single turret play, and Elf is just getting gold on the top side. So we see TES, how much more are they going to index for this? We're going to go right now.
Yikes!
No way.
Yikes! Oh my god, this is a tragedy. I really do like the old school view of lane swaps though, because like you know, if you don't think your Jace can lane here at all, and like you can't play recovery, which to be honest they could 2v2. They could literally play for Jace to recover Jace and just be done with it. But I like that he plays for the level 2 on mid. I mean, Jax could also have played for this, probably should have played for this. And then he just gets a run down. Obviously, the Jax can't do anything. And they couldn't protect the camps either in this area. So he needs level 2, right? He's probably just too late, no? Like, when you look at how this started, yeah, he's just really late. Jax cannot stay as long as he did topside. Ideally, he would have already been around where the wave was on bot side. And then he can play to get 3 creeps and then hopefully level 2 on the first dive. It doesn't happen. The Blitz is able to get here in time. They're too afraid to dive the Jax because he has Counter-Strike.
The grand entrance is
and
with teleports available on night if he wants to go in. Looks like
unfortunately, oh dude, it's such a good W, by the way. Because the way he positioned, if he flashes this way, which is what he wants to do, it still hits him here. So he almost felt like he had the flash this way. Now, this guy's going to follow up with his W. And that's probably all they need to really make this happen. It also is in a way that it makes Jax not able to actually like do much for them.
Ascended here. The grand entrance is flashed away from. That means that they can target the Blitzcrank right now. Blade Caller is will claim first blood. So far, dive perfectly executed. Can they go for round 2? It looks like the answer will be no right now as Bin pops Counter-Strike and the rocket grab stolen away from Kanavi is unable.
Can they do anything different? It's like the only thing he could really do.
Looks like they're still gonna try.
Honestly, the only thing On can really do is just be prepared to stun Crisp, and he shouldn't flash. Just stun Crisp, and at least make him like
Ascended here.
have to start E or burn his flash.
The Grand Entrance is flashed away from. That means that they can target the Blitzcrank right now.
This did nothing.
They continue to go.
And then he gets zoned. And then you need the Blitz again. But the Blitz is zoned. And the Maokai
The rocket
happening on the
go for round 2. Looks
would
like
have to come straight bot at this point, which he can't. Honestly, I think the best way to view this is once the Kai'Sa crashes this, the Kai'Sa needs to come bot. I think that's how you view it. I think she needs the base and she needs to help take this back. That's the only way you get out of this situation. Because the Maokai is going to be stuck up here for a while. So unless, and like the Jace can also just kill and then base top and then the Kai'Sa will base. But I don't really, like, you just need to come down here now.
I think this war expires before makes it.
Just need to come down here now. This is just so bad. She doesn't base, she pulls. Now you have to play for gank on top side. Oh my god, it's a nightmare. An actual nightmare. 3 deaths. We need to see from Hobby Sports coming into this game. If this Hito can get off to a good start, then maybe try to get his item break points a little stronger. Follow out those resets. Every little bit counts here for TES in this game number 2. And they have just tried to start out of this one so far. We'll see what the Jackson is able to do because again, we favor BLG as this game goes later.
Comparison and the trade on the other side is that Elk got a lot of XP, but because of the rotation on the top lane tier 1 turret, was able to take place while the top Hobby Sports was able to get 2. And this is what you need to see out of this Zyra lane here, Elk. It's something that is not necessarily that strong the game goes on, but especially early.
Now I will say,
that is where this bottom lane can get a lot of strength starts as well.
okay, the bot lane has such a good item advantage. They probably lane lock the Kai'Sa for another 3 waves, which is good. Because the level difference is massive. So it's not like you really necessarily want to be playing in this lane because of that, but I do, like, yeah, the fact that he picked up 2 kills really makes up for it. Yeah, I mean, obviously they get the grubs, like, there's no way they can do anything about it. I mean, like, I just don't really see the point of Jace ever trying to screw with the Maokai here. Like, it's just not a lot of value. Like, 369 is just killing himself. And they did have to extend pretty hard for it, right? Like, they did burn a lot to make that happen, but it's just... It's just, like, what was the point of it?
And when you take a look at how expectations of this game can be shifted after that early dive, this almost feels like a must-win for Hobby Sports. Getting put in that situation, having to feel like if you throw this lead and end up being down 0-2 and reverse, sweet Titan like BLG, in order to advance, that is almost certainly doing here for your roster. It's mistakes like that, mistakes like that dragon play that eventually opening up for BLG to come back. This is a game that we need to see Hobby Sports playing in if we want to see competitive series.
The dragon is gone at this point, and grubs will come up again on top side. It's interesting that they... Yeah, okay, I was gonna say, like, wouldn't they want to just go straight back top as Kai'Sa Blitz? Though I will say they also technically want to match the Xayah. So it's just like, how do we match it? They probably have to go through mid here. And then they have to wait a little bit. It's really awkward. This is just like the one awkward situation where everyone based at the same time. So you kind of just decide where you want to deploy. They decide to send Jace top. I mean, it is what, like, whatever the case is, they send Jace top, right? There are camps up here from the play for. Is it because of his clear? He will, I mean, he will be on top side for a little bit because of the way his camps spawn. It's really not exactly what you want to be happening as BLG. If I'm TES, I don't actually mind this look on this guy to push him out a little bit, but I probably abandon the Jace. Like, when I'm thinking about this, it's gonna be impossible to touch this wave, right? And so I like what they're doing as an alternative because they have 3 grubs. So they're gonna win the race, right? It's gonna suck for Jace in some ways, but they're gonna win the race. And so I like the adaptation that TES just made, where, okay, you know, I got my camps, cool. I screwed their mid laner over a little bit, so he can't really lean onto the right side. Now we're just going to attack mid, and then we're just going to full focus on bot because, again, 3 grubs. Like, that's the advantage of grubs that you get versus dragon, is you can actually, even if you were, like, behind on the play, which they were, it doesn't matter. So that's a issue by BLG. Like, BLG probably should have realized they should play for recovery, like, in the beginning, versus playing for a trade, and it wouldn't have been so bad.
So big power spike coming in from them, and I'm expecting TES push out a bit and then look at play, but I think so many goals for very still have the nature grass coming in from way.
And Freeman has steal that away as well, so he potentially have it at his disposal. As Grubs getting started at top, he's going to get all three. That will be 6 Grubs, secure for them. A big spike in terms of the siege potential opposition in the early game, and BLG want to make sure that does not happen. A teleport comes in. It's going to be Bin joining the fight in just a little bit. Flash, hook does connect onto Crisp. The quickness comes out, but he will not be able to survive. It's a trade so far, 1-for-1, as Way will fall. Bin pops the counter strike, going to stun up 2. Here comes Knight, looking for a big ultimate, and in comes Elky, picks up 1. But now he's potentially isolated here as he is basically in melee range of Cream. He is able to finally lengthen the gap. Cream dashes away with the abscond. Now flashes forward and abducts Knight and shuts him down. Jackula picks up the kill, and 369 jumps in. Top Esports winning this fight around the Grubs. They knock Elk back. They'll take him down as well. A big
I didn't say anything during that fight because I just wanted to see how it panned out. They're 5-stack right now, right? 2 Grubs are gone, so you're playing for the last. There's no rush yet. You can wait for the TP to come through on your side, the Jacks. Don't press Mawar. Just wait. Just wait. It's just too fast. It's too fast. So he goes in. Chris decides to take his R to him, which actually is a bit of a benefit since the Blitz also doesn't have flash. By committing his body, Jackie Love just blasts him, right? Like Jackie Love just gets a ton of damage out all in a row on these guys. Cream comes behind.
Hook does connect onto Crisp. The quickness.
What ulti did Cream steal?
From Way.
And Cream gonna
still have the nature's grass coming in from Way.
And Cream gonna try to steal that one away as well.
Wait.
So he could potentially have it at his disposal.
Did he just lose his R to the Mao using W? Is that what just happened?
Not be able to survive. Mid flash, hook does connect onto Crisp. The quickness comes out, but he will not be able to survive. It's a flash, hook does connect onto Crisp.
I'm trying to think how this guy should play this, because I don't think he expected them to just get snapped this way. But it is true, like, you're just playing for a reset, and I don't think Kanavi even got a reset in this game. He actually didn't get a reset. Kanavi keeps running, which makes no sense. If Kanavi actually had any balls to play for this fight, which he should, especially because Jack's TP is not through yet, he would be here, and they probably would clean up the fight in this situation now. Actually. Like, he probably would. They probably would, because the second he gets a reset, especially if it's Blitz, he's gonna get another person. Yeah, I don't know. That's actually interesting. Yeah, Kanavi just, like, plays this fight very poorly.
Here comes Knight.
And then Elk went in.
Will fall. Bin pops the counter strike and a stun up 2. Here comes Knight, looking for a
and
big
it does
ultimate,
yield
and
a
Elk,
kill.
He picks up 1, but now he's potentially isolated here as he is basically in melee range.
They just took so much damage.
Lengthen the gap. Cream dashes away with the abscond. Now flashes forward and up. He is able to finally lengthen the gap. Potentially isolated here as he is basically in melee range of Cream.
I don't think you have to go for the R yet.
He's able to.
I think On will have Hook again in a little bit, and you just wait for your CDs, and then you fight. But they went too fast, and then they kind of just cleaned everyone else up, which was rather unfortunate. Elk taking the R is actually not half bad. I don't mind it, because it did help yield the kill. Yeah, Yonar is not up yet, so he actually couldn't combo it.
Into Knight that really helped him from great for them. They have sent the two over 3,000, 6 racks, let them take it. BLG should just go and try to secure them because the don't go favor up, and they still have control. They want to turret, right? Like there's still players that are still up. Ways eventually going to do this, they really want to shy away and make sure they get gold.
Well, the Silas and the Zaya, the two champions that you didn't want ahead for TES, are ahead and doing well.
Yeah, and this also touches a little bit on the head-to-head we talked about for our junglers, specifically the identity for Kanavi. He has been much more indexed on running big carry plays for his team. I think his Jack versus NIP, the Olaf game that we saw on the radio season versus LG, those are big games for TES for them to pick up wins. And here again, on this Diego, the keys to the kingdom are in his hands, right? This is a game for this Diego to have to snowball for his team. He looks on his lane already ahead on the Silas. Now he's out, but
Wow. Okay, I mean, wow. So they got a deep push on bot, right? Whenever you do these deep pushes, naturally this means you can base, or you can shift, and then you could go play. So they're gonna play for this, right? it looks like the Jace is gonna base and run bot to take over, which is not bad.
On this Viego, the keys to the kingdom are in his
The
hands,
Rakan
right?
base,
This is a game
he's a
for this Viego
little
to
late,
have to
but the
snowball
portal actually
for
kind of
his
helps
team.
make
And
up for
you
it.
Look at some of his lanes already ahead.
The Maokai
on
goes
Silas.
right onto
Gotta be able
this.
to get out, but they could turn.
But they really just did not
He dashed
expect the
into wall,
Silas
steals
to
away
be here,
the
and he just
Blitzcrank
lost
ultimate,
all of his
should be
HP
rather
right
shortly,
away.
And that is the first kill and a reset picked up for Kanavi. Gathers enough time for
Oof.
Chris to join in onto the fight,
Oof.
and it's a double kill now
Wow.
for Viego. Now Wei is the next target, as Kanavi will be able to flash, dash over the wall, but now he's
I mean, all he needs is that one kill. Nope. Kanavi kills himself.
That's why you
Nice.
kill 2 members, you buy time for Jackie to start with 5 gloves. Look, the end going down, but it's good for the match state here. You can find clean some alone time, so all of them are TES for the carry. Oh, Jackie, look, put the hands on Knight right there.
And that guy has the base. Very nice. Chris was playing very well. I have to say, this guy's playing super, super well.
This is such a good turn. We talked about the fact that Cream has so many ultimates they can steal, the blitz range, the raw magic they can have access to, and the burst damage. Chris, I think making one of his most iconic plays of using the quickness of out of the fight and then coming in and immediately sweeping to try to provide ground control for his team. Ends up grabbing them the 2 kills on the bottom of the BLG, so grabbing Summer Spells is great, but now we're coming into this fight, there's no flash on Wave, there's still some great Summer Spells available for TES. I think BLG are going to be hard pressed to find a fight here, either having to be creative or continue to play for those side lanes that we talked about earlier. Bin, someone that is starting to pick up a bit of gold on the side lane. Hey, it's already half a level up on 6-9.
The BLG competition scales better as the game goes on, but it's tough for that to get that late game. If Kanavi forced to play the way they do, Knight forced to use that base to escape from the threat of Kanavi. And Top really dominating for BLG. Like, how many items are-
So this game's a little bit different than the last game, because this game, they're the ones who kind of have priority all the time. Wow, that's rough. And they double TP'd for that. Like, in this case, I wonder if they know that Kai'Sa's making this move over. Probably not. This is probably why he TP'd, because he actually saw the Kai'Sa a little bit sooner.
Yeah, Bin already at half HP and has burned. The ultimate does not have that counter strike.
They also,
for a
again,
little
have
bit.
move
Cream
on
coming in with
mid.
teleport first, already using the Grandmaster's Might that he stole away to force Elk to pop that killer instinct. Now Kanavi joining the fray as well.
What did Kanavi even do here?
The ultimate does not have that counter strike for a little bit. Cream coming in with a teleport first.
I mean, he could just keep walking, by the way. Like, he used his W way too early.
Elk to pop
What?
that killer instinct. Now Kanavi joining the fray as well.
Kanavi plays so bad, dude.
Especially, and we were talking about what the item half of the player want to win this game, and 3 items are obviously really great. You can get Random on No Name, Random on Jack, and Kai'Sa with clutch flexibility. Did go for, typically we're seeing a combo for Kai'Sa, but once you get those 2 items, you're really seeing large amounts of destroying AP. I think part of what I'm seeing here now, though, is with the Berserker Priest, it seems like Elk is really focused on trying to go for this on-hit Kai'Sa, so this is going to limit some of the options for BLG in this game.
Well, they're trying to get something here with this dragon with actually an advantage in the great part at the very least. So potentially play 4 Hex Soul using cards to solve this game a little bit longer out. And I think that guy on is going to have to be a big player before BLG, finding Blitz and creating advantage situations for BLG if they want to have chances.
Blitzcrank is such a wild card here as TES. They want to get this mid-tier 1. Hopefully they continue their push of vision. They've been very, very good so far in this game of making sure that they make complete fog of war possible for BLG. They take away all of their vision and then move it aside as you get a nature's advance here. Uh-oh, that's what we're talking about. It looks like
So it's the same case as always. Like,
that they make complete fog of war possible for BLG. They take away all of their vision and then
he sees this as an
aside.
angle, and they probably are
BLG, they take away all
extending
of their
a
vision
little far.
and then move into side as you get a nature's twisting
Gets
advance
caught.
here. Uh-oh.
Flashes,
Okay, that's
again, really good Rakan art to just like charm people right away,
Get away in time.
and they just die.
They make complete
Can they
fog of
one-shot the
war
Rakan?
possible for advance here. BLG, they take away all of their vision and then move into side as you get a nature's twisting advance here. Uh-oh.
Okay, that's going to be followed up with a hook. That's what we were talking about, but it looks like Crisp is able to get away
Wow.
in time.
All of their vision
Yeah, I
and
think
move aside.
Chris
You
is
get a
just playing this very
nature's
well
twisting
because
advance.
he's just in a position to do well. On should not flash Q this situation. He should just steadily walk.
Here.
It actually charms the Yone, so Yone can't do anything. Bin is not running to these guys for some odd reason, but Bin is like focused on this, which is rather bad by him. Even like Wei, it's like Wei should not focus on this. Like, it doesn't make sense for Wei to focus on that, right?
Okay.
All of their vision and then move it aside as you get a nature's twisting.
He legit could walk around, actually. No, he would walk into the Silas, but that's not bad. If he dies to the Silas, at least Silas is not focused
advance
here.
Uh-oh.
But
Okay, that's gonna
yeah, I mean, the
be followed
Jax
up.
should be focused on this, not this, which is, again, weird.
With a hook.
And then the
talking about,
Yone tries to extend it. He flashes, and he can't hit anything. Elk can't hit anything.
Like
because everyone's too far. And yeah, he just died. Literally, he's just dead. Damn, Chris is actually having such a good game.
Two turns and Icon spawning in 20. I think that TES are looking to force a fight around this upcoming objective. You know that there might be a hex, so I think that TES, then finding the first dragon, delays this. Really much weapon in for BLG as we get to the replay here. It looks funny. I think we were playing against the point is such a win for your man. It's kind of TES jersey. They get to make this play. agree, right? Like, you're playing underneath the turret, you can't really find
Yeah, we're working a little too hard here.
I don't know, if you can find maybe it's playable, but I think TS just really overextending themselves and not really jeopardizing too much of his gold. He's still 6,000, item advantages in a lot of lanes right now, so TS, they have a little bit of value to play with so far in this game. Before
6,000 gold right now, as yeah, he has the margins to try and farm a flip or two, so we gotta give him respect for that at this point. Dash away here from that base, he can use it himself, has been able to join the 2v1, is close the gap without bringing that flash.
I mean, I get it. They're trying to int on side and kill him, but it's a no-go. Silas has flash. The Jace is big chillin', and that's mostly because, well, his teammates did well, and their level 1 lane swap plan worked out for them.
You know, same with other players, his assassins and like he knows the ins and outs of them, and you know, close to get away from something like that over there.
So you're gonna prescribe that as a knowledge test. He outplayed Bid. He knew that he left taking damage. Actually, one
right, yeah.
I like that. Totally. Positive on this.
I can burn the Jackal, now you won't have it for 50
He's gonna be more 45 seconds. And the other thing is on vision. Night open is back available. Teleport already coming through.
Aggressive one though. Oh no, I'm gonna try to time the hook just enough, but he wasn't able to do so. Successfully Green comes in, secured, beat which is now icon, going over top esports with those dive, play super aggressive here, try to finish off some of these tier 2 turrets dragging on top lane, or just crack open and hit it over the fourth lane.
Did you see why I was so worried about this breaker on?
Yes.
Like this champion steals too. Like, never mind. All the way on, and they will get the now.
I mean, it's the same case every time. Like, he's literally hooking Chris every single time, and it's always going bad. They're just gonna play to see if they can end it with the GAs. I like that. That's actually such a Chad move to do that. It is such a Chad move to play that way. But they picked up so many more kills by doing that. Like, yeah, they didn't progress on Dragon, but they took the turrets and they just killed you over and over again. So the gold lane's even more extended. Yeah. This shit's over. This shit is super over. So MVP is pretty obvious. I was talking about him the whole time, but it's Crisp. I mean, this guy was just on point. And then also Cream. I mean, these two, wow. These two killed it. Killed it. He was good. Honestly, Kanavi was okay bad. And he was just okay. Bin, honestly, kind of a depressing game by him. Just okay bad. Way, not great. Knight, just okay. Elk, just okay. But that's not really his fault. And this guy, pretty awful. And as remember what I said, guys, the the blitz will make a big, like, will determine a lot for this comp, along with the Jax. And the Jax just wasn't, like, based on the lane swaps, this really screwed the Jax over and how they played it. So he could not get going, like, at all, even though it's not necessarily a bad game for him. And the Blitz just made a lot of bad plays. And naturally, if you make bad plays as Blitz, it's even worse. Make no plays, it's not great. Make worse plays, yeah, it really hurts you. So worst player of the game, unfortunately, is on. And this was just a good game by TES. I have to give them, like, props. Like, this was a good game by them. They completely outplayed BLG. This was way different than the other game. So now I'm pretty interested to see how the rest of this goes.